Okay, hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our podcast, Education. First of all, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Ruben Antanasi.
And my name is Muhammad Abdul Rahman. And my name is Muhammad Iqbal Bisono. And we are from Group 3.
Okay, first of all, guys, how do you feel today? Are you guys excited to talk about educational psychology?
Very excited because I can wait discuss to explain for our audience what is educational psychology. We do not. Uh, our topic can be very educational for our audience.
Um, I like your point, Rahman. It is very educational because we will talk about educational psychology. So, who wants to explain first about what is educational psychology? Okay, Iqbal, you're first.
Thank you, Nat. So educational psychology is the best of psychology. The studies the skill to teach student or operation effectively based on our understanding of how the brain works and student psychological development.
Of course, of course. I agree. We also focus on our understanding on how people learn and develop within the educational context, including emotional, social, and economic. This can student media trying to
They also provide some information about educational psychology. Educational psychology focus on understanding how individuals learn and how we can support that learning goal. Well, there are eight things who we can understand optimal learning approach, like the theory of cognitive studies from Piaget.
Mm, that's very interesting, Rahman. So we know that teachers use the application of educational psychology and it can influence students to absorb the materials they have given them. Am I right?
That's right, Nathan. Piaget explained that there are four steps of cognitive development, like the motor sensor stage, for operational stage, concrete operational stage, and formal operational stage. Every stage has different characteristics of understanding. If we understand these steps and their characteristics, we can adjust our way of teaching the learning. So if I teach children that are still in the concrete stage, I have to use more practical and concrete approach so they can understand more abstract concepts like ideas, emotion, and principle and I.
Hmm, that's right, though. The children in the concrete stage, they tend to learn from stuff or experience that they had previously. And meanwhile, for the children who have entered the formal stage, they can learn about abstract stuff, theories, and logical thinking. Can,
Yeah. So depending on technology, we can understand the development that and what they can and cannot get understand. Also, they are figures theory, which places more emphasis on the role of social interaction in learning. Figures provides a concept that's called zone of proximal development of thinking. The point is that are that their area where children can complete time with a little help from others. For example, if a student can write problem with the help of their friend,
that is correct, man. It is important for teachers and parents to give appropriate assistance and scaffolding according to what their students or their children reads. And over the time, the assistance must be reduced to help them develop themselves and their learning skills well.
interesting. So teacher must focus on giving them support that fit the needs of their student in their GPD. For example, the teachers can give a hint or a advice if they're starting over time, the student can develop or on their own. That's correct, but it is also relate with concept of motivation in educational psychology. From what DC and Rian explained about self-development theory, is about the what and why of work culture. It is that that student is more motivated to study in their field, that they will in control of their learning, feel confident, and feel connected to others.
Huh. I agree with that. Motivation is very important in educational psychology. I think that if a student is forced to study, they won't be interested in studying. They will be more hate studying and doesn't achieve well in their studies compared to the ones who driven by motivation to study. They tend to achieve well in their studies and more successful in their learning.
I know what. I remember back when I in school, I often observed students that is very smart in one field but can't work in the other. I will think that they lose motivation because they don't feel appreciated or don't have the opportunity to develop themselves in areas they like, but isn't it detrimental to their development?
Mm, yes, that is a very interesting story, Rama. I don't know your observe. So, educational psychology not only focus on cognitive theory, but also in the emotional and social aspect of student. If we can understand and utilize this learning can be more enjoyable and effective.
Of course, teacher must consider the students' emotional and social aspects that defines how they study. So from what I know is educational psychology is also very relevant for creating inclusive learning experience for students or maybe everyone.
That's right. In our opinion, teacher must able to get each one of their studying are unique. Educational psychology provides better insight to understanding them better, so that the teacher can provide more appropriate and effective teaching.
So, it is clear that educational psychology not only focus help us in theory, but also in daily practice or not only for teachers, but also anyone who wants to study or want to teach someone.
Mm, that's right, that's right. Understanding educational psychology can help us make better learning for ourselves or for anyone we teach. So in conclusion, not only students are learning from educational psychology, but also teachers can develop to make their students or make their students learning experience better.
Wow, this discussion is very interesting, fun, and educational. The audience that hear about our podcast can apply it more in class or in their everyday life. Thank you, guys, for our discussion.
You're welcome, Rahman. I hope this is podcast is beneficial for our audience.
And thank you guys for helping me with this podcast about educational psychology. So guys, this is it for today and this podcast. I hope you guys enjoy our podcast and thank you for listening. This is Nathan and we are
Signing
Education signing out.